Hi, it's Robin Pickens. Come on in. This is my studio. I've had some requests to show it. So this is my space. This is my desk and my cutting table, my sewing machine. This is my long arm. And I also have bolts of fabric going around the perimeter on some shelves. This is a fairly new layout for my room because I just got the long arm in December, I think it was. And so we had to do a big rearrange, and a lot of people couldn't believe that I could get a long arm in this space, but I did. So this is actually back here. I keep some of my projects for the long arm that I haven't gotten to yet, and that's where I keep them hanging. Some of my bolts. This is my computer area, and I do all of my designing of my patterns on here, designing my quilts on here. I do paint and watercolor. And so I scan things in, I work in Photoshop and Illustrator, so I spend a lot of time at this desk. Here, this is an antique chest that was my Aunt Doris's, and I keep all of my pre-cuts for my different lines in here. I also keep different little projects that I've done for like some giftware through the years. I keep vintage notions. I like to collect some little vintage sewing machine things. As well as pin cushions and things like that. So this is kind of just a happy little corner of the room for me. This is my most recent vintage machine. I got this at Road to California. And this one too, not too long ago I did a blog post, Janelle Kent's Rock Pool Toweling. Janelle has a Pieces to Treasure book, and this is one of the patterns from it. And Susan Vaughn helped me with this. Thank you, Susan. But this usually is sitting here, and so it's one of the first things I see when I come in the room. Oh, and this machine too was a gift from my husband one year for my birthday, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful machine with lots of wonderful markings on it. So those are my special kind of keepsake things. Right here, this is my cutting space. And I really like this space because it's long enough that I can roll out about 2.5 yards from a bolt at a time. So that helps me if I'm making kits or if I'm rolling out like my backings on my for my quilts, doing things that are longer. And I also really like having horizontal counter space to work on. So this helps me for when I'm doing my piecing and making my blocks. I've got a nice workspace for this. Underneath here I keep threads and scissors. And I've got all these totes that I keep with a different stash of fabrics that I've collected through the years. I keep them by color. And also the things that I use more frequently in terms of keeping them by color. This is what I've been doing lately. Like these are my thatched fabrics. And so I keep all my scraps once I've done my projects, and I just fold them up in here like by the rainbow colors. And then the same things here, let's say for, you know, these are the pinks and oranges, greens, blues, things that are on cream and white. These are my fabrics with the prints on them. So when I'm working on Moda blockheads, I can just wheel my cart over, work with these bins, take the things out, put them back, and it's pretty easy for me to find things and do them according to like my color story. And for blockheads, I'm doing it in rainbow colors. So this system actually really helps me for that. This is my daily working machine. This is my Juki, my TL2200 QVP Mini, and it's a great machine. It's really solid, it's fast, it's a wonderful machine and really dependable. This little corner I get to keep a lot of my notions. I also keep this little tabletop ironing board with my Aliso iron so that I can piece and iron without even having to get up. That's how lazy I can be. But when I'm doing bigger ironing, then I work out in another room where I have a little bit more space. So this is the latest sewing machine, the Bernina. This is a Q24 long arm with a Q-matic, and right now I can't I didn't want to show you the next project that I'm going to be doing because it's my super secret project for market. So you will be seeing it coming soon, but I couldn't show you yet. So I've been learning this, and it's been a really good new challenge for me. This is Nary going all the way around here. This is where I've got my bolts, and it's able to be this orderly because all the extra bolts all the overflow goes up to my daughter's room, along with more sewing machines, my travel class sewing machine, and all of my patterns get to live up in her room now. So, sorry, honey. This area here too, I store some of my quilts. I store some upstairs as well. This has got watercolor, paper, and different art supplies in here. It's kind of a nice storage place. More of my files and fabric. So that's pretty much it. This is my room, and I'm glad that you came by to see it, and now I have to get back to work. And I'm sure you have a project too. Thank you so much.